Wrestling psychology has been talked about to death. It's very important to understand if you are in the wrestling business. Wrestling psychology, the way I describe it, is it's like the theory in pro wrestling. Meaning the theory behind why you do certain things in the ring, why you do certain actions at certain times and in certain ways in the ring. And psychology is different in many places, but I'm going to focus on America for this one. In American wrestling psychology, the focus is on the dichotomy between the heel and the babyface, the bad guy and the good guy, respectively. In American pro wrestling, the whole idea is building up to the comeback. The comeback is when the babyface finally has enough of getting beaten down by the heel, gets a second win, and then starts to pummel on the heel. Now, why is this important? Because before that, the heel's job is to beat up the babyface and, this is the important part, create the desire in the audience to want to see the babyface make the comeback. To want to see the babyface beat up the heel. Not necessarily win, but beat up the heel. Because as long as the fans see the babyface make that comeback, they'll be satisfied. And then whoever wins or loses is up to the booker in creating that long-term story that draws money. But in terms of the short term, the heel needs to create the desire in the fans to want to see the babyface make the comeback. And the heel does this by getting heat. Heat is like Keep Away, the game. Now, you learned this from Al Snow. I learned this from Al Snow. Like, whenever you throw the ball or throw something in the game of Keep Away and the person in the middle is like, dang it! And you try to throw the ball and then you stop and the person's like, argh! The person in the middle, that's heat. Because you want to see the person in the middle get the ball or the object. In pro wrestling, the game of Keep Away is giving the fans what they want, which is the babyface getting the pinfall. And it's the heel's job to play Keep Away with the fans, which is one of the reasons why there's the hope spot. The hope spot is to let the fans know that the babyface is still alive, still has fight in him or her. And the hope spot doesn't have to occur once. It can occur multiple times. And the whole point is to build up the tension to the point where when the babyface finally makes the comeback, the crowd pops. Now, there's another part of pro wrestling psychology in America called the shine. This is usually done at the beginning of the match, where the babyface establishes that he is the superior wrestler to the heel, or for the babyface to show off his or her skill sets and just look good. Not much to say else about that. But another part of pro wrestling psychology in America is the cutoff, where the heel stops the babyface. This can happen after the babyface gets their shine in, or after the babyface does a hope spot. But the cutoff is supposed to build up the heat with heel. Again, the game of Keep Away. When you throw the ball but you stop, that's a cutoff. And then the comeback. I already stated what the comeback is, but as a review, the comeback is when the babyface gets their second win and beats up the heel. Now, they can't just do everything at the beginning of the comeback, well, depending on how much time they have in the ring. But the babyface needs to fire back and not suck wind, not be gassed, but fire up and get the crowd up to a climax, an emotional climax. And after that, you get the finish. The finish is the end of the match. The finish is supposed to further a storyline for either the heel or the face. Now, the storyline can be as simple as a winning streak. The storyline can be as simple as, I'm better than you. Whether that story is being told by the heel or the babyface is up to the booker. The finish is crucial because it lets fans know where we go from here. Where do we go from here? I don't know, but that's why I watch the match, so I can know. This is Pro Wrestling Psychology 101, American Pro Wrestling Psychology 101. Bye.